Hi, welcome back. This little journal came about because when I was doing the previous Gypsy journal, I had so many things left over, so many ideas still running around in my head, that I decided to just make a complete second journal to use up some of the leftover supplies as well as experiment with some other things. The cover here is another vintage lady. There's book board. It's covered with my own marble paper. And then I did some extra things to kind of jazz her up a little bit. One of the first things I did was I took this Prima damask stencil and some modeling paste mixed with gold paint and added this embellishment. Then, if you can kind of see if I tilt it, there's glossy accents in her eyes, on her jewelry, and I use the glossy accents to put down these little crystals. This is Recollections flower, and I usually buy those in white or off-white so that I can color them to whatever color I want. And because this is a peacock on her shoulder, I use some purple feathers, and you just put down your collage glue, lay the feather down, and then very carefully brush across the top of the feather in the direction that you want all of these little pieces to go, and they fan out, and so it still looks like a feather instead of a purple blob. The closure is a Tim Holtz hitch post through a little piece from Butterbee scraps. You do have to punch this little central hole with your crocodile because the little screw for the hitch post will not go through that. But that's pretty easy to do, and then I glue it down with E6000. And I'm mentioning the glues because I had several questions about that. The inside has another piece of marble paper of mine and a dollhouse rug glued down as a pocket. There's a pocket here, and it has a little writing folder in it, and what this is that I was creating a journal cover using a yellow file folder, and I had collaged on this napkin, and then I didn't use it for the purpose that I had originally planned, so I cut it in half and made two little folders, and this is one of them. This has another magnet under it, and people were asking me in the previous videos about the magnets again. What I use are these magnetic discs by Basic Gray. They come in different diameters, so the bigger diameters are stronger than the smaller ones. But to make them go further, because they're a little bit pricey, I either find things that'll stick to them, or on the other side I use, as you can see, these little washers from Lowe's or Home Depot because they're dirt cheap. I use some stickers and some bags from the Cavallini & Company petite parcel sets, and they come in a variety of artwork. This one is vintage maps that you can get things that are like pastries, bugs, butterflies, owls, and I have a whole collection of those. And here's a pocket, and these are 7 Gypsies journal cards. This one's folded in half, and this one's just kept full frame. And this is one of the little Cavallini bags, and I often do this in my personal journals. I don't glue this down to make a pocket in the beginning because I don't know where I want a pocket yet. As I'm journaling along and traveling, and then I pick up a bunch of tickets or things like that that I want a pocket for, if I have a little loose bag, then I can put it wherever I need it. So I'll kind of quickly flip through here because the papers are pretty much the same. This is one of those kaleidoscope pages from the graphicsfairy.com Delicate Butterflies collection kit. If you join their member site, you get all these wonderful kits, and they have not only images already ready to go, like digital stamps, but they also include some printables, and this was one of them. I just printed it out at 30%. This is a Tim Holtz butterfly from the Botanicals paper ephemera, and it just makes a little tuck spot. Again, in my personal journals, I don't include just a heap of ephemera because I collect it as I go. Last time I printed out some of these girls on tracing paper, and it had that nice crinkly sound, but it was a booger to write on. So this time I printed them out on this vellum. It's a translucent vellum. And this side you can definitely write on. These are the Cavallini & Company stickers on the strings. Let's see here. I think pretty much these are very close to the same thing. This was a set of vellum stickers from Michaels that looked like postage stamps from different countries, and they're going to be sprinkled through this journal. These were some little pieces of ephemera that I had from a little travel journal kit from years ago. I have no idea. And I had 3 of them left over, and I just tucked them in here, but they will make great tuck spots if I come across the need for that. And this is another Tim Holtz Botanical. This is one of the large coin pockets that you can get as a member of the Graphics Fairy, and then you can put whatever design you want on that. Add a little washi tape here. This is again magnetized, and the magnet's under here, and the little washer is under here, and it just holds a little pad of paper up there. Or if I come across a brochure or something that I want to keep later on, the paper goes away, the brochure goes in. This is part of the Graphics Fairy Delicate Butterflies collection. They had these kaleidoscope little journal pockets, and all I did was add a gypsy to the front. But you could add so many other things to, you know, glue on or whatever. This was a page that I was playing around with. On the last journal I made it look like a little envelope pocket, but I went ahead and put the Mylar here, and this slides out, and what you can do is put your own photo on, even cover this photo up, and then also have a photo that you could slide in there so you could have sort of a surprise when you pull it open. This one is not a pocket, and these 2 little tags just make a tuck spot. This is Cavallini & Company. Some more of those vellum stamps. Lady from the last book, she was the cover. This is the remainder of the little items I had in that Bo Bunny Always and Forever kit. And I still had a few little banners and things, and I used that one as a small belly band, again with a couple little pieces from a travel kit that I had years ago. And those can be either discarded to put something from my actual travels or turned into little tuck spot places. This is 3 of the little butterflies glued together to make a tuck spot. So even those little bitty things that you don't know what to do, sometimes you can glue them together and use them. Another caravan. So this one had caravan pictures and the other one did not. And in here I have a little booklet that I created with a leftover piece of travel paper from some kit. May have been a K & Company. I just put a gypsy on the front, but you can write on the inside. And a piece of my blueberry stain paper, just folded up like an envelope that you can write on. And a large tag, that's from K & Company. And on this side, another one of those coin envelopes from the Graphics Fairy. Here, you can see the little magnet here underneath the, if I turn it, under the butterfly. And the washer is right under this. That folds up, and it's a Project Life card, and then a tag from some kit from years ago, but that kind of keeps things more secure from falling out when I'm traveling. This doesn't have a magnet at all, but it's deep enough that it will actually hold an envelope with a couple of Project Life cards in it. I could go back and put a sticker or something here and put a magnet in put a little sticker and a magnet washer there if I felt like it needed to be magnetized. Once again, I just took little remnants of things, and those can be either discarded or used as a tuck spot later on. Another one of those vellum ladies. Another one of the kaleidoscope pages. This one is an image from Pinterest, and I just used her to make a pocket. Let's see what I've got in here. Some of my blueberry stained paper, a little envelope I had made for a completely different project, and the closure on it is one of those butterflies from the botanical collection of Tim Holtz, and you just glue just the bottom half so that the flap will fit under. And then the last page is another magnet. And it has a flip here that you can add pictures or ephemera, and then a belly band that is glued down and holds another one of the bags from the Cavallini company. This one's a little bit larger. And I just took some of the Project Life cards, and throughout the journal they're in some of the pockets, but I just added a little wallet size Gypsy picture to coordinate with the theme. So that is the journal. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I answered some of those questions that people have been wanting the answers to. Have a wonderful day.